Chelsea and Kyler Murray, we know that he chose football over baseball.
Yes.
That was the huge story. And last night, our own Kay Adams.
All right, let's get into this.
She threw out the first pitch at Wrigley Field. And how do you think she did? Because I feel like she nailed it.
Strike! I don't know. I haven't seen this. I saw images
I haven't seen
online.
the video yet either.
This is my first time actually seeing this. I didn't know she was going to do it, but that looks like a strike to me.
All right. Got it over the plate.
My first time seeing this too. If we know Kay is a very, very hard worker and a preparer. I bet she was up all night getting in 600 throws. She probably worked with Greg Maddux, and I think it had some right to left movement. She's a scrappy southpaw. I think it painted the quarter and a nice slide piece. I mean, look at that thing. I've seen way worse. I think this was a strike.
Looks good.
Sources tell me that she was working on her skills here at the studio in New York over Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
On hammer.
Well, she claims to be a legend at Pop-A-Shot. And if you're good at Pop-A-Shot, then you can throw a good pitch. So, Kay, how was it?
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sneaky athletic. Also, nobody brought up that I was wearing a Mark Grace jersey throwback. That was my favorite part of it. And yes, Colleen, there is a dented ceiling tile in our studio space in the hallway from me practicing a couple of my pitches with Matthew Hamilton before I left. It was an unbelievable experience. I can only liken it to Kyle Brandt hanging out and having himself a catch with Mitchell Trubisky. Just the history, just shows you what sports mean to Chicago. There were so many Bears jerseys in the stands when I was walking through. It was, go Bears, bear down, Chicago, welcome home. It was really an incredible experience, and I thought I did a great job. If you see my reaction after I threw the pitch, I was just as surprised as anybody that it actually made it to the catcher. I told the catcher before, you're going to have to walk up and run up and make a diving catch. And what you didn't see on the video is that Christopher Lloyd of Angels in the Outfield actually came and scooped the ball and threw it to the catcher. So it was actually a lot of, Henry Rowan Gardner kind of stuff. It looks like I'm throwing a football, you guys.
Hey, it's a good form, though.
This is amazing, yeah.
Okay, it's always a win if you don't one-hop it. We don't need to go into the Baba Booey and the 50 Cent and the Hall of Shame of first pitches. You just don't want to one-hop it. You absolutely laced it. Was there pressure, heavy pressure?
Yeah, there wasn't any pressure. It was so fun and just such an experience. You have to live in the moment and love it. And I love that your endorsement of me, Kyle, your headline is not the worst pitch I've ever seen. That's all I can really ask for. That said, I got so many compliments. People were so impressed that I even got it to the catcher and over the plate that the only person that had anything negative to say is the nicest person I've ever met. Kurt Warner hitting me with some straight shade on Twitter overnight saying doesn't count if you're not on the mound. That is brutal. Wow. And if I was on the mound, I would never have made it. I would have grounded that thing immediately, you guys.
Nate did the 12th flag, right? Raised the 12th flag. Kyle, you obviously threw a ball with Mitchell Trubisky on the show. Colleen, you've done cool stuff. You've been at the parade for the Eagles.
You called bingo at the website.
I've called bingo at the website.
At the local Freehold Community Center.
This might be the biggest deal for the show in the show's history. This is a pretty big deal. Tell us what it was like to represent Good Morning Football in Wrigley Field.
It was, absolutely incredible, but sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. Everyone loves Good Morning Football, and everybody loves football in this city. So you look at Chicago, and the history is the fact that we're celebrating the centennial not only of the NFL, but of this team as well. The Packers also have that history. So that rich history mixed with the excitement of what's to come and what the future is. The Bears coming off a division win. They're playing here. Grant Park's going to be full of Bears fans. I had my little niece at the ballpark with me. She's ready. She's saying, go Bears the entire time. It's generational. My dad will be joining the show in a little bit. I think he's here in Grant Park. So we'll talk about what the Bears mean to him. He was around for the 85 win. We've got an NFL concert that's going to be going on behind us. Meek Mill, Meghan Trainor. It is nothing but positive vibes for what should be celebrating this 100th season of the NFL, guys. In Chicago, they're ready for it.
Kay, I love how happy you are right now. It's like you're beaming because you're in Chicago. This is your hometown. Your family's there. This is your team. The city is probably lit up right now just with excitement. That's so cool. What an experience. And that we're able to kind of ride along with you on it. That's so cool.
Great job.
Great job. See, right.
Awesome.
There's one tryhard who says you got to throw off the rubber.
Hey, Warner.
Kurt, you wanted to be Vlad Guerrero from the warning track? I thought you did a pretty good job, Kurt.
Ichiro Suzuki throwing a BB.
Yeah. Paul Jackson from the wall.
Yeah.